Hey! It is nighttime. I got my lights on. I'm shiny. After hours. This video is going to be a lot less organized. We're gonna get a lot less done. It's basically just me turning on the camera and setting aside some time to figure some things out. I've been struggling with how long it takes me to think of something to draw and then to draw it. It takes forever. And so I want to combat that by just going through my old artwork to try and see if I have anything that is of quality to color. Maybe I'll tell a story or two. Maybe I'll show you some of the terrible color examples that I have. Maybe you'll just see how my style has been in the past with no explanation at all. But if that's what you don't mind seeing, if you don't mind just sitting around while I work, stick around, man. You're gonna go into my hard drive with me. Here we are, my college folder. As you can see, it is unorganized. I don't, like, it's not even in a grid. Like, senior project stuff, this shit. Let me walk with you down memory lane for a little bit. This is my senior project. I made it. I'm starry-eyed. I'm a child. I'm like, I'm gonna graduate, and this is going to be something that I can pitch to the world. I struggled so much with this project. The issue is, I thought that I would be okay coloring these because there were a few projects that I did that were really nicely colored. Like, so I have my GIF. I'm like, yeah, like, it's nicely colored. Like, this is kind of what I like in my coloring. Like, I like a lot of colors. I like brightness. I like sun, just lots of things like that. But like, I can't quite achieve that all the time. And so for this, I had started with a color palette and it was just getting confusing and nothing looked right. And so eventually I went ahead and took colors from a story that I really like, which is Jazz Maynard. It just looks way better in that comic. Whatever I was trying to achieve, I just wasn't quite achieving it. Time kept escaping me. Like, I recolored these pages maybe 4 or 5 times before I decided to take the colors from that story and then failed. I was like, this is ridiculous. I hate this experience. This page, it kind of all falls apart because that's when I'm like, oh, but I want there to be a lot of colors. How do I achieve that? Couldn't figure it out. Also, I want to point out, I'm really new to digital art at this point. The line quality here is so bizarre to me. I don't know, but maybe that's how I was at that point. It is what it is. And then we're back to the actual color palette, which is funny because like this looks good. This like orange. Ay. Let's put that away. Let's find something that's not colored. We're opening Photoshop. I thought these were PDFs. This could work for the coloring. I'm just gonna drag all the ones that I think could work right onto the desktop and deal with those later. It's like interesting too because like I'm seeing like how different my style used to be too, so I'm like, okay, I'm gonna put that to the side. This could work. Color a little pan of plantain. Oh, I could totally recolor this. This would be dope, I think. We're getting some options here, okay. This was a good idea. There are definitely some comics in here that I'm like, oh, I would love to re-ink this. Oh, fuck, I'd like to redo this one too. Or like completing them even, like what? Whoopsies. Alright, well, I'm surprised there wasn't like that much there. Whoops. I can really imagine that I threw out like maybe half of the work that I did in college, and that is unfortunate. What's this? Yeah, I'm gonna color this too. Cool. This is doing a lot to ease my mind, I think. Like, there's a lot of art that I really liked that I did in college that I was also kind of like embarrassed to show the world because it just didn't quite turn out the way that I liked it. So I'm hoping that I just reutilize what I have and kind of just zhuzh it up and make it the way that I actually wanted it to be now that I have the skill set to do things the way that I want it to be. At least I think. At least I have the time to like keep working at the thing and like make it better. I think that's all this video is really going to be. So yeah. Have a good one.